And lastly, if you cross a reunion of First World War typesetters with the former head of the Old York Typographical Society, which is their colonel, and if he speaks at the end of their gathering, it sometimes sounds a little bit like this. He cleared his throat and began. I have been thinking for some time about the lowercase I. Silence. For some of you, perhaps, its chief distinction lies in its width, making the ideal space between capitals in headline text. This little man with a dot for a head, half a shoulder, and a lower serif like toes turned out on parade, keeps the big letters intelligible, but is himself invisible. His body pads them out, and we forget about him. Do not even see the bugger, this I, this jot, this iota of individuation. Then there's his sheer number in the case, a minuscule than which only the small e is more numerous, not to mention that dot, the head, on those diminutive shoulders, most likely to be broken, clogged, worn down, lost, consigned to the hell box, and melted down for more of the same. The colonel paused, took a drink of water. The hell box, by the way, is where they melted used and broken type into fresh type. The origins of the I are shrouded in the mists of Thera and Tyre, of Byblos and Crete, the Phoenicians and ancient Greeks having their different uses for him, but of one thing we are certain. The I was at first closer in shape to a Z than a straight line, closer, in fact, to a jagged line, a communication trench, and he did not indicate a sound so much as suggest one. An incipient sound, a vocal alpha and formal omega, if you will. Someone we never seem to hear from and hardly to see, but who makes the others visible and shouts at the beginning and stands at the end. Eventually, under the Romans, he held the notable distinction of being both vowel and consonant, a double nature for a very singular letter, wouldn't you say? Here is that soldier audience, Allward thought. Here it is again, despite the almost constant coughing, and he made a quick scan of the faces around him. Men who, moments ago, had hardly kept upright in their chairs, were wrapped like schoolboys around Ledding's every word. Mention of the alphabet's end will, no doubt, bring another character to the minds of many here. I mean our old friend, the ampersand. And per se and, or and as and. Pure conjunction. A joiner of words, but also in itself two letters, E and T, joined together. Another double nature, like the I and the Z, the vowel and the consonant, and stuck at the back of your primer, even before the Z, the origin of special characters, from the hands of monks, illuminating the gospel of our Lord, and no mistake. The coughing grew more pronounced. Now I know a lot of you are thinking, where's the old man leading us, eh? What's the meaning of all this allegory in the mud of his mind? He's lost it, the bastard, and droning on about nothing. Stock, damn you, where's your New Testament? Stock is the adjutant. The major fished in his breast pocket and handed a small tome to his O.C., that's officer commanding. Now Ledding really did need his monocle. Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Thank you, Major. The Testament was quietly repocketed. And yes, by the way, when Christ says jot or tittle, he's speaking like a typesetter. It is true I speak of nothing. I speak of the letter I, the I of infantry, the I of you and me, the double nature, invisible interstice, the joiner who came to the colors without question. But the jot of Christ was also an I, and he seems to have taken a broader view of the matter. One jot, one iota, shall in no wise pass, till all be fulfilled. The colonel paused, drank again, and looked at his men. The promise we fought for has not been fulfilled. The comradeship of the trenches did not carry over. There is no one church and no one class, and if you recover from your wounds, heaven help your pension. But of one thing be certain, I was with you in the beginning, I will be with you at the end, even after the final Z of sleep. You have measured out the place of majuscules, and disappeared without an impression on the page, but as God is my witness, I can read you.